Joining us to talk a little baseball, he's from Sports Info Solutions. He's the best baseball analytical guy I know, and that is Mark Simon of Sports Info Solutions. Mark A. Simon says on Twitter, Mark, a big trade today between the Mets and the Giants, and it gets the ball rolling for the Giants, and I'm sure shocked the Mets world a little bit too, but the Mets are in the playoff hunt, and that's probably why they did it. But you are the guy. You're the Met fan. So we're glad to have you on to talk about this trade between the Mets and the Giants.
Yeah, and by the time we air this, it's entirely possible that some other things get done too. But in terms of the Rogers for 3 prospects deal, I think it's a pretty good deal for the Giants. They get the Mets numbers 10 and 12 prospects back. Plus, they get a middle reliever who can start in Jose Butto. He could be plugged into the rotation, maybe even as early as the next couple of weeks. Blade Tidwell is a hard-throwing right-handed pitcher who has made a couple of spot appearances for the Mets so far this season, and he has struggled. I would say he's had 2 or 3 really good innings where you could kind of see the potential of what he could be, but then he's had little meltdowns that have hurt him. So he spent most of his time in AAA where his ERA is in the 4s. Drew Gilbert was actually their number 2 prospect as of a year ago. He got hurt. He had a hamstring injury. Then he came back this year, and he's been okay. He hasn't necessarily been great. The feeling on him is that I think he's a 4th outfielder, 3rd outfielder type. He's not necessarily a superstar type player, but he is a useful player on a team. I think Butto is a useful player on the Giants right now. And then Tidwell is a guy that could kind of go either way.
You know, I think I saw Tidwell pitch earlier in the year, and he gave up runs early in the game, and then he settled down pretty good. And it was a big game, too, that they put him in.
Yeah, they threw him in against the Phillies, which was really interesting. I think they also threw him in against the Brewers. So he's seen the challenges early on in his career. He was a second-round pick, Southern guy from Tennessee, went to the University of Tennessee. He could be pretty good. I think what you have to look at this trade as is the Giants gave up about 15 to 20 innings of pitching in return for 3 guys who combined have 15 to 20. I think you got 2 guys who have 6 years, and then another guy who's got probably 5 of team control, where these guys could be plugged in for the long term if they turn out to be decent players. And I think that's all you could ask for. Plus, you could sign Tyler Rogers in the offseason if you wanted to.
Yeah, Drew Gilbert, left-handed or right-handed hitter?
Drew Gilbert is the prospect that the Mets got coincidentally for Justin Verlander last year or recently. He is a left-handed hitter and left-handed thrower. He's a small guy, 5'9", but he is a first-round pick. He was perceived highly, also from the University of Tennessee. So a couple of vols. He was a top 100 prospect last year in Baseball America, Baseball Prospectus, all these different places. They felt pretty good about him. Stock dropped after he got hurt, though.
The Giants need contact hitters. Can you classify Drew Gilbert as a contact hitter?
He strikes out about once every 5 at-bats. So what is that? That's 120 for a season. So I don't know about that. But and I would agree with the sentiment that the Giants could use contact hitters. He's had a very good July. He's had a very, very good July, and he has drawn a pretty good number of walks this season too. So he seems to have a developed eye. We'll see where this one goes.
Jose Butto, we see him generally in the middle of the game or 7th inning, not late in the game. Is that pretty much how the Mets used him?
Yeah, he has kind of been in a variety of roles for them as the team's needs have been what they've been at various points during the season because of various guys getting hurt. He's close to a strikeout an inning guy. He was a strikeout an inning guy last year. He had an ERA of 2.5 last year. He throws reasonably hard, not necessarily overpowering. His ERA is up because of one bad outing, actually, which just happened on the 29th against the Padres. He's already given up as many runs as he gave up last year, so it's not as good of a year for him. But he's pretty good. Like that's no joke to get him. You could have made a case that it could have been Butto and one minor leaguer for Rogers, and you got two backs. So I think, as I said, the Giants gave up 15 to 20 innings of pitching for three guys, and I think that, given the way that the last 3-4 weeks has gone, that's pretty good.
All right, great report, Mark. I appreciate it. I really do. I know the Mets have more to do. Ryan Helsley from the Cardinals going to the Mets too. Gets his fastball lit up pretty good, but the slider I read is pretty good. So they got him and Diaz, and the Mets are going for it. So I appreciate you being on as always. Good report. I think you're right, and I think most of the critics are right. Giants did pretty well in this trade.
Yep, and as I said, there might be more coming.
All right, Mark, thanks so much. Thank you.